Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Access Sensitive video. And in today's video, I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Cathal Crowley. Cathal, how are we?
I'm all good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, thanks, mate. Thank you very much for coming on the channel.
No bother. Thanks for asking.
Great. And so, am I right in saying you're a light heavyweight who's 1-0?
Yeah, I'm moving on to super middleweight for my next contest.
Okay.
I'm 1-0 at the moment.
Okay, great. And so, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like video if you do need like video, and let's get straight into it. So, I'm going to start off with a question which you always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
I really had no interest in boxing when I was younger. Just a buddy of mine I was in school with, primary school with, just started going, and he was talking about it in school, and then I just went down on Monday. I was just hooked to it ever since, really.
That's great stuff. And so, do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Well, actually, I had a couple of amateur fights that I thought they were fights, but they actually weren't down in my book, because my book wasn't after arriving yet, so I had 2 or 3 of them ones. And yeah, it was a mad experience, really. Like, fucking, is that right? Sorry if we crushed there. They were a mad experience, you know, being thrown into the ring, fighting in front of all your, well, at the time it was all my family members and all my uncles and aunts and cousins coming up to watch me. It's a mad experience, very nerve-wracking, but learn to enjoy it, you know what I mean?
Definitely. And so, I mean, from your kind of amateur experience, did you end up winning any notable achievements, or what was your biggest achievement?
I've won 2 Irish titles at underage level, and I've represented Ireland in the Junior Europeans in 2017. So I'd say that probably been my biggest achievement.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big achievement, of course. Was it a kind of somewhat at a time a dream come true to represent your country? Yeah,
it was a mad experience. It was my first time going away on a trip and being training, doing 2 weeks training camp before it, and with other high level boxers. It was a great experience, and really showed like the levels like of what you need to be doing to stay at that level. Like,
definitely most likely set you up kind of towards the more professional side of things, so you're more calm, I imagine, around that kind of situation now. Yeah,
because you're sparring the top level amateurs in the preparation for it. So really, like, it was good, put you in good stead for the actual competitions, and showed me what I need to be doing for my future contests at that time, and what I was doing wrong for what I wasn't doing, what I needed to start doing, like the technical sparring and the conditioning sprints. I wasn't really doing much of them at the time when I was younger. Like, I was just doing more the boxing sessions, 5 days a week, just boxing sessions, and then it showed me more. There was strength and conditioning brought in, and sprint work and weights really brought into what am I trying to say? That experience brought the conditioning and cardio into my game rather than just boxing.
Yeah, definitely. And so, why did you end up turning professional when you did?
I was after I lost in the Irish final in February of 2022, and it was a ridiculous stoppage. Really, just literally he hit me with a left hook, but I was going back. So, like, my head went up, but I was standing there, like, nothing wrong with me, like, and I was, like, telling the ref, like, I'm grand, and I have a few clips of it out there, you know, on TikTok and stuff like that. People saying, anyone who's seen the stoppage knows it was a terrible stoppage, shouldn't have stopped at all. And so that kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth with amateur boxing, just how, like, there wasn't even much in the shot, like, and they were stopping the contest over it. And I fought a couple more times, and it wasn't, I don't know, the style. I was kind of going more pro style. I was starting a bit slow in the amateur contests, and then I'd lose then over losing the first round, and I'd lose the fight type of thing, really, because I kind of was a slow starter as well. And anyone who ever commented on my amateur fights. Always said you should turn pro, you know, because I was pure relaxed in there. Whenever I was fighting, I was just very relaxed, and I wasn't really like the amateur style is more of a rush, you know, it's a kind of a sprint. I always is what I'd compare it to as like a sprint, whereas the pro is like in marathon kind of. You know, you're breaking a fella down over 4, 6, 8 rounds. Like it's completely different ball game than the 3 rounds.
Yeah, definitely. And so, well, you've had your professional debut so far, and so how well do you think you performed in that debut?
Sorry, there, I didn't hear the question. I broke up. You're still kind of...
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, all right, great. Yeah. Great. So, you've had your professional debut so far, and so how well do you think you performed in your debut?
I think it was a good performance. I got a fella out of there who was only stopped once before. It was a bit of a weird experience, right? Just switching from the amateur because your man was there to survive, like, and it was kind of hard enough to get my shots off. So when he was kind of running, grabbing and holding, but I was happy enough with the performance, and kind of showed me what I need to work on in the gym and what I need to do in my next fight to get him out there and be more clinical. Because it wasn't a clean stoppage, like it wasn't like a KO or anything. It was the ref had to come in and stop it, like just from the beatdown that I gave him, like over the course of 3 rounds. So just give me stuff to work on in the gym.
Definitely. And so, well, I mean, you're still quite early on in your career, and so I'm just always kind of interested when I speak to fighters what their motivation is.
What motivates me now, to be honest, is just seeing how far, like I train alongside Spike O'Sullivan, Mike Perez, just seeing how far they've gone with their career, like it gives me a lot of motivation, like to see where I can go, travel the world, make loads of money, and fucking hopefully win world titles. Like that's the end goal, like at the end of the day.
Definitely, that's good to hear. And so, do you have a possible date of when you'll be back fighting again?
It's looking like April time. Okay. So not too far, about 8 weeks away from now.
A good amount of time away. And so, for anybody who might be wanting to come and watch this upcoming fight, what would you say makes you interesting as a fighter?
I'd say that I just non-stop, constant pressure. If you've seen my last fight, I just literally I didn't take a back step once. You know, I just kept coming forward, trying to get the stoppage. And hopefully in these coming fights, you'll see that more, but you'll also see the devastating KO power, because I have knockout power, like, and just trying to put it on display on fight night now for the next one.
That's great stuff. That's good to hear. And so, well, I mean, you've kind of mentioned this with titles so far, and I mean, you are right at the beginning of your career. And so, how far do you believe you can go?
Yeah, I believe I could win a world title. Not at this moment, like, but down the line in the future, like, I see myself winning the world title, and that's the end goal. I'd say for any, if I didn't think I could win a world title, what's the point in doing it? Like, really.
Definitely. That's great to hear. And so I'll leave with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
I'd like to shout out a couple of sponsors there. The Heart Bar, who were with me for the first fight. Audi Box, who were with me for my first fight, and they'll be carrying on with me to the next fight as well. So I just like to shout out the two of them. And that's.
Great. Okay. Well, nice one. Well, thank you very much, mate. And maybe a little bit further along down the line, we can come back and do a return interview.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for asking.
Great. Okay. And so, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do like the video, and thanks for watching.